Welcome to YouTube.com featuring Robin Hoodie Radio, featuring the best Denver record shop updated part 2. I did do another record shop video. I checked to see what that was called, but that first video was called, and I did see that in another video where I showed you some more stuff about Denver. And there, I believe 2016, if not just last year, this new record shop opened. And it is now my #1 record shop in Denver. Also, like, just very important, I'd say, is that I am now in the vinyl community. I know it more. I know more about it. I know more of the lingo. More heavy into the hobby. I have like a ton of records now, and I understand more about my records and whatnot. And so I'm more knowledgeable than my first video. So I said Wax Trax was the best record shop. At this point, I'm just going to call that record store depressing. A lot of record stores are depressing to me, and that one is kind of depressing. It was good for the time because it's like, oh, it's got semi-cheap records and ones I enjoy, like good jazz ones, and it was cheaper than Twist and Shout. But Twist and Shout really isn't a functioning as a old record shop, even though it does have old records. It's more for getting the new records, getting the hip stuff. It's the hip joint. Wax Trax is the sad punk place that plays metal music and whatnot, and that's just not my scene, and it's just kind of a depressing place. Like, employees, they just seem depressed. So, not to, if you were an employee, or I know someone in the last video was an employee there, not all of them per se, and cool if you enjoy it, but for me personally, I just find it depressing, and it's not my scene at all at this point. Now that I know more, and I don't really ever plan to revisit there. But newly found, I did not stop by Twist and Shout this time because I bought enough, and we didn't have really the time to stop by. But I found way more than enough at Recollect Records in Denver, and boy, is that like that is my top record shop now. Probably I've been to. I went to a cool one in Seaside, Florida when we visited there this summer. Central Square Records. That one was also just like probably second favorite just because it looks so cool. And it's in Seaside, so it fit the atmosphere, and it just had cool stuff, and it seemed like it was a good record shop from what I could tell. Even though I couldn't obviously purchase anything because you can't take stuff back on planes. But Recollect is definitely my favorite record shop I've been to at this point, and it's my favorite record store in Colorado. I can say definitely at this time. I honestly, like, thinking through my thought process, I was going in thinking like, I'm not gonna buy anything. This store is gonna be expensive, overpriced, cool records, but like all of it's gonna be super expensive. And they did have some expensive ones, but the expensive ones, like, they were priced what they were worth, because they had a freaking original pressing of Monk's music for $75, which, like, that's probably what it's worth, and that's dope as heck seeing that in person. They had on display a super sweet Stan Getz, but it was on display, so I figured it would be expensive, so I didn't ask the price, which maybe I should have, but I was already, so I ended up just not asking about it, and I'm cool with that. But pricing wise here, actually first let me just show you some pictures of the entrance, so I'll just put those up over my face because I didn't get any video, but the entrance, the main area, the records weren't priced super expensive there, to be honest. Like, they had a freshman record, which I would have bought had I not found a cheaper section with more records I wanted, but that was like $11 I think, and I probably would have paid that for it because it was in good condition and whatnot. I think they specify in soul there, so like this area's gonna have a lot of soul records, and yeah, lots of good stuff, some more expensive stuff like that. Even had a rap section, which was cool, rap hip hop, some really expensive ones there too, because I'm sure they were from like the 90s and super cool and worth some money there. But this back section right here is the reason I love this store so much, because this whole area, this was the place with the jazz records. I didn't really see in the other area per se jazz records, except for the expensive ones on display. But this whole area had like a few different ones, like 80s records, soul records, a few like soul records, disco, and a jazz section. and everything in this section was $3 per record, and it was buy 3 get the 4th free. So I ended up getting 9 records from the store, and price-wise, each one ended up being just over $2, which in today's record economy, I'd say is pretty great, especially since the condition on them mostly was good, and these are all some finds that I've either wanted and have on my want list on Discogs, or also as great are some ones which like I've heard of the artists or haven't listened to the music or just didn't even know where they were, but I just wanted to experience their jazz because they had cool covers, or I just knew that the music was going to be good within. And so let me just get into showing that off to you. So here's my stack right here of the records. So starting things off, we have a Lionel Hampton Apollo Hall concert, 1945. Lionel Hampton is just one of my favorite jazz musicians. He of course plays vibes. There's a dope pic online I found of him when he was young, posing or just hanging out with Glenn Miller. Glenn Miller is my favorite jazz artist of all time. Big band music. Played trombone. I played trombone during World War II, which is just an era I'm fascinated with to a certain degree. And just Lionel Hampton though is also from played in that era as young. He actually got started with Louis Armstrong Band, which I didn't know really until now, which I should have known. But yeah, she's got your yellow Epic logo. I like it actually, the sticker on there. But fair shape record, $3, worth it, or just under. This is just showing you off kind of in the order it was placed in the bag. So next up is one that I had no clue really about it. I don't think I've heard of this dude ever, but it's Boots Randolph, the Yankin Sax Man. I just love that cover and the title and the colors, everything about it. I just had to purchase it for $3. Because I always I want to go to record stores and just buy stuff off the cuff, not knowing really what it is. But then it's always I find stuff that I actually have on a want list, and so I want to get that stuff. And so it's tough, but for $3 and the 4th free, I just had to do it. Anyways, this one has just the blue cover that matches the front, and it is a RCA Camden. It's got that dumb circular inner sleeve, but I mean it's nice enough, so I'll probably keep that in there. By the way, it came in this bag they gave me to put it in, so it was a nice record bag. Up next is Eddie Lockjaw Davis, Eddie's Function featuring Shirley Scott. What a great album cover. Minimal, up top. Besides, I've heard of Eddie Lockjaw Davis, and he just sounds like a cool dude, and really he'd be good at sax, so I had to pick it up. Yeah, because it's an Eddie Lockjaw Davis release, and I really like how the cover looks. Really well done. It's a very, very thin record, but it's one of the thin ones, but it's on Bethlehem, and it's cool, and I'm looking forward to giving it a listen, as well as my other unheard of ones. This next one is a Ramsey Lewis, which had a lot of Ramsey Lewis. I've listened to a little of Ramsey Lewis, not a lot. This is one specifically I had in my want list of Ramsey Lewis's. There was also one which I was really considering getting, but it ended up just not working out. But so this is the one I got, which is Gold Latin with Ramsey Lewis on Cadet. Love the color, classic 50s glasses, so styling. And backside, it's got some cool images of him. And I always like to read the write-ups on jazz albums because they're just always so cool. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can. So yeah, just your classic, or just a Cadet logo. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. I've seen worse. And yeah. That's one I actually tested out because it does have a few scratches and scrapes, but comparatively to the other one, it was about the same. So I went for that one. This next two are probably like up there with my favorites I found, just because Nat King Cole is one of my favorite artists of all time, and it's one of his best. And just one of my favorite records. Oh, yeah, I'm just super excited to listen to this. That's just what you know about this one. And that the album cover is just so classic and great. And the label, it's a Capitol label with the rainbow around, which, you know, not a huge fan of those labels, probably less than even that Cadet one, which wasn't great, but not the worst either. Or not too terrible. Like, none of these are too terrible, and I don't really care too much. The music is what matters to me, and the cover's in nice condition, as well as Nat King Cole, the Christmas song, and yes, this is, oh, I love that I now own this. It is the classic Christmas album, one of the classic Christmas albums. I'll have to show you another classic one I picked up recently at a yard sale in a separate unboxing. Or no, just showing off rather of recent finds. Again, Capitol rainbow logo, and it's got a little scratch, but not terrible. And for just over $2, great find. I am super excited that I can listen to this over Christmas time now. I have it on vinyl. This one is just super exciting. It's from the 80s, so not as exciting as it could have been, but that's still probably great music. Within my first Blue Note record with the classic Blue Note logo. You can't really see it. The light's weird. Yeah, it makes the lighting go all weird, but because it's black and white. But it's Stanley Turrentine, and it's from the album Wonderland. Stanley Turrentine plays the music of Stevie Wonder. So it's got side one is Boogie on Reggae Woman, LP version, and the edit. And then on the back it has Creepin', and it says Judy J. JoJo on this side, handwritten, and then on this side, Jayer Halley, Thayer Halley, something like that. If you're watching this and you know either of those, if you think this is like famous people or something, I don't think it's worth anything, but like even if you just knew who those were, that'd be super cool to know, because I believe all this was written in the same handwriting. And yeah, this is just a Blue Note single, 12-inch single, which is super duper cool. Really happy to own my first Blue Note, and for such a cheap price. I love it. Up next we have, honestly, this is just one of my favorite jazz artists, as much as I hate to say it. I just really enjoy his music, and that's Maynard Ferguson with MF Foreign Volume 2, and MF Foreign Volume 1 is just one of my favorite jazz records of all time. It's just incredible. And they had a few of these where it's Columbia Records radio station service, not for resale, which is cool. Yeah, I'm actually cool with the sticker because it's just another cool part of history. And yeah, this one's got a theme from Shaft and Spinning Wheel, which both of those I know are just incredible. And super happy to own this Maynard MF Foreign, just a classic red Columbia logo. Not too shabby. Record's in fine shape. Really happy to own this one too. I'm glad they had it there in their bin, because this is one I wanted to own. The Maynard favorite. And then this one is just got a classic album cover. I think it might have even been in my jazz covers book, and that is Basie Plays Hefty. I'll have to look it up again, see what the whole album cover means. It's very interesting album cover. Roulette release, definitely has the coolest stamp out of all of them. Right up on the back. Kind of taped at the top, but it looks like good tape, and then it's going to stay, and I don't even see where the break is at, so that looks fine. And for $2, I'm not really worried about that, because I think this is a pretty popular Basie album. But man, that Roulette logo is just fantastic. Yeah, I just love that. Really happy with this purchase. This was one that my brothers actually added onto theirs, so this is one of the free ones, or else I wouldn't have this one. So that was very kind of them, because I didn't really find anything else. There was one humorous record that I really wanted, but I also really didn't want to spend money, so I didn't end up purchasing it, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I probably don't regret it that much. So coming up on Monday, if you subscribe, I will either be uploading, if I get around to it, I may upload a video, the regularly scheduled Robin Hood video, but probably I'll just do an unboxing, like upload this unboxing I'm about to film after this, of some cassettes I want to show off to you. So stick around for that. Thanks for watching this video. What are your favorite record stores where you live? Comment down below. Let me know if you've been to Recollect Records and your experience there. My experience was fantastic. I love the record store. It's now my top record store I've been to. Got incredible records, and there was like a small stock of other records that I ended up not purchasing just because I needed to conserve money. But there was more that I wanted there. They got a great stock. I didn't even get to see everything. And quick thought that Recollect Records is great for used records, but they have no new records. So Recollect is great for used, and then Tristan Chow is great for new. Just want to tell you guys real fast that this summer has been a lot busier. I've had a lot more responsibility than past months and years. So that's really made me have less time to upload and whatnot, and think of ideas and put them all together. Plus I had a lot of other things to do, like outside of just responsibilities, just other things I found to do which I enjoy. So I'm trying to keep this channel up to date, but as with today, you're just getting an unboxing. Unboxings will be coming out, and it's late, of course, because busy day at work, but gonna have a few more unboxings coming out, and then hopefully a long string without any unboxings, because don't need more stuff after what I've got. I've got plenty, and tons of good stuff, and I shouldn't be spending more money right now. So this stuff is great though, and this will last for a long time, and I have a lot to listen to, and I just hope to get back to a regular schedule soon. But hopefully you enjoy these unboxings, and yeah, thanks for tuning in.